What's the fastest way to break 80 and shoot a 74? It's easy. Go play a par 3 course. We've got something a little different for you today. We're in Florida. We're playing the Poinciana Golf Club. Now, I don't know what you call these kind of courses. I don't know if you want to call it like an executive. It's more than a par 3 course, but it's definitely not a championship course. It's par 64 here, which was unbeknownst to me until I got about 6 holes through. And it's like, wow, that's a lot of par 3s on the front 9. We're going to see how long I can stay below par. And I know what you're thinking. With a swing like that, it's probably going to be a pretty short video. But I will say, I played some of the best golf of my life today. I was getting up and down from everywhere. And luckily, since it's such a short course, I don't have to hit the driver a lot, and that's usually the worst club in my bag. And if you're wondering what the best club in my bag is, that would be the ball retriever. I've only played here this one time that you see it on video, and I'm trying to remember what hole I started on. I don't remember which one it was. There was a foursome in front of me, and I was a single on the tee box, and they let me play through them, so I wasn't about to go get all the stuff on camera. And as you can see over on the right, there's also another group that I eventually caught up to.
We're dancing.
I know a lot of you think that filming on course takes a long time and it's slow, and God, you would hate to be stuck behind me, but this is a prime example. I'm playing as a solo, I'm filming, and I have a group of either 3 or 4 people in front of me that actually waved me through while I was filming. Kobe. Almost. We're going to start the first hole off with a par, which is usually pretty good for me. However, now we're going to a par 3, and I have to tee off with an audience.
You'd think.
No, actually, it messes it.
You would think it makes you play better, and I can review the footage, but no, it's just so millions of people can make fun of me on the internet.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty good group of guys. You could see they saw the camera. They were asking some questions. I get asked all the time on the golf course, what's the camera for? And they were saying, oh, you probably play pretty good since you get to watch your footage all the time. And considering I rolled my first drive up to their ankles on accident, you know, I had to kind of break the bad news to them that I play often, but that does not mean I play good. Now, usually laying up on a par 3 is not advised. However, it's complete death behind this hole. There's a giant pond, and it's downhill, and it rolls all the way to the water. So they said, whatever you do, just make sure it's not long. And I said, don't worry, guys. Ladies have said plenty of things about me, but the one thing they've never said was that it was long. So I should be good. Little 4-foot par putt. I'm sweating like a nun in a cucumber farm. However, we stay cool, drop this baby in. Now we're even through 2. This is about the point where I started figuring out that this wasn't a normal golf course. I'm like, why is there 2 par 3s back to back? I mean, granted, this is a long par 3, but it's a par 3 nonetheless. It's a pretty straightforward hole. It's just long. The only thing you can't do is miss right because there's a bunker, and my bunker game is pretty much non-existent. So why don't we go test the theory? Straight into the bunker. I gotta admit, it was a little surprised when I got there. There's seashells and a bunch of shit in the bunker. It's like they went to the coast and just grabbed buckets of sand and whatever else was on there. Side note, Kobe. And just poured it in this bunker. Now, again, we have another little tester. It's obviously not a tap-in. However, with my trusty Spider GT, with my breakthrough golf technology, 2-piece polar stability shaft in hand, we're dialed, baby. I know it's not a plug for them. They didn't pay me to say that. I get so many comments on my short form videos, and people ask, what kind of putter shaft is that? What putter is that? So I figured I would just answer the question here. The TaylorMade Spider GT putter. I've reshafted it with a BGT Polar 2-piece stability shaft. Unfortunately, they don't make that Polar anymore. I had to pull some strings to try and get one directly from them. And a white Super Stroke Pistol 2.0 grip. I think it's a 2.0. The other question I get a lot of times is, why do I have a 2-iron in the bag? And I have no idea. It sounded cool. I got it for free. A buddy made it for me. And sometimes I hit it good, sometimes I hit it shit. But it's a Nike Vapor 4-iron rebent to a 2-iron with a Tennessee Blue hybrid shaft cut down an inch, which is originally a stiff shaft to make it extra stiff now. This is what you call the two-way miss. The first ball went left, the second ball went right. I don't know why the tracer wouldn't work, but it's deep to the right. I'm sorry, not deep, pin high. This is what you called me being an idiot, and I forgot to film my chip. So this is the grass. You're welcome. This is me walking up to where my ball landed. I'll show you. So you don't think I'm lying, I did get the chip close. There you go. Now, just like when the mailman comes to give your mom his package, he always comes in the back door, and so do I. Kobe. Now, after that ball drop, the putt wasn't the only thing that was hard, if you know what I'm saying. Another par 3, and if you're an average golfer, the water on the left and water on the right is out of play. However, I am below average, so that means the water is always in play. Now, this pin is so tucked up on the front of the green that Target sells swimsuits for it. Kobe! Your boy Birdogey out here dropping actual darts today. Little 2-footer for birdie. That takes us to 1 under through 5 holes. So we've got 1 extra stroke to play with. Speaking of stroke, I'm apparently having a stroke. Surprise, surprise, another par 3. Couldn't grab any club in the bag. It doesn't matter. None of them are going to hit the green anyways. Really, all I'm trying to do is just get close enough to where I can use my 50 degree, because that's typically what gets me closest. That's not good. That is not good. This is the point where I'm thanking myself for getting that birdie on the last hole, because we both knew this wasn't going to go in. And if it did go in, I would have been punished for it later by the golf gods. Back to all square through, I think, 6 holes. Unfortunately, I must have left my balls in my girlfriend's purse, because I should be hitting a driver here on this par 4, but for some reason I decided this was a perfect opportunity to use the 2-iron, because if there's one club I'm consistent with, it's the 2-iron, right? Fuck, I suck. That's okay. It's a short par 4. We should be able to get there, get up and down, get the par, and keep this train rolling. I have no idea what the distance is. We're going to give this the good old Jesus stroke. That's where you just hit the ball and pray. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go! Shit. Okay, this is crucial. We have to get up and down. And I didn't leave it anywhere even remotely close to the pin. This is in the next zip code. I'm pretty sure this ball landed in Miami. Now, I could do the influencer trick where I just roll the ball back until I make it, but you guys know me. I show you everything. But don't go anywhere. The video's not done.
Well, it was a hell of a run. Got through like 7 holes or something like that.
Now, I figured we got some extra time. We've already lost the challenge, but I'm going to see if I can maybe get another birdie between here and the end of the day, and maybe see if I can get back to all square. But who are we kidding? I can't even get my club head square, let alone the score square. But who knows? Maybe I can chip this in. I'm kidding. This is a putt. If you don't count this as a putt, you're only lying to yourself. If you don't want to count this as a putt, pull out a wedge and... I cannot believe I missed that. Okay, I'm going to do the influencer thing just once. Like I was saying, if you don't want to count it as a putt, pull out a wedge and go to the driving range and learn how to hit a damn wedge if you don't want to count those as putts. I'm not going to tell anybody about the last hole, and neither are you. That is between us. It was not a mulligan. It never happened. Okay, so we're 1 over through like 8 holes. No mulligans. No influencer magic. Kobe! And if I'm being honest, I don't see anywhere in the rule book that says you cannot use your breakfast ball on the putting green. Now, if you squint your eyes and look closely, you can see that I missed the fairway. Not only once, but twice. But let's be honest, if you've made it 8 minutes and 35 seconds into this video and you're still watching, it's not because I'm good at golf. So I'm willing to bet that it probably doesn't matter that I missed the fairway. And side note, if you've made it this far in the video and you're still not subscribed, I hope you 3-putt the rest of your life. And if that's not enough to get you to subscribe, I hope you get a hole-in-one on a mulligan, so it's just a really cool par. And if you're asking why I didn't take the time to bother to fix the shot tracer and why it's cocked over to the right, it's because you're 9 minutes into this video. Nobody's here at this point. It's just me watching and probably my mom. Mom, if you're here, hello. That second shot that you saw is called a mental health mulligan. It doesn't count towards the score. It just counts for your sanity. And unfortunately, I missed both of them. So no bonus points for the sanity today. Kobe. I bet you thought it was going to be closer, didn't you? But nothing wrong with being a couple of proud peckers away from the hole. At this point, I don't really even know what my score is, and if you're watching and you're this far in, you could probably tell me. I cannot believe I missed that putt. Okay, one more influencer mulligan for the camera. Okay, I'm just going to say that we're all square through however many holes this is. Guess what? Another par 3. Kobe. And no, I'm not saying Kobe because that ball landed prematurely before it got to its destination. That would be rude. I'm still waiting for the day that I get a hole-in-one so that I can say Curry. Now, when your handicap is as high as mine, a lot of times you forget to have a divot tool because you rarely ever hit the green. So I do like the fact that the Spider GT has these nice little tongs on the back of it. As you can see, that divot was quickly taken care of. Now, this putt is longer than my last relationship, and similarly, it also didn't get to the hole. But we're going to knock this in for another par, and we're still all square through however many holes this is. Now, unfortunately, this is where it all comes crashing to an end. There's no shots that are eligible for any kind of influencer magic, so we're just going to have to end it on this hole. Now, I appreciate those of you who have stuck around for the last 11 minutes. I know this is different than my usual content. I'm normally short form, but I've been getting people begging me to make longer form content, so figured I had some extra footage from my last trip to Florida. I may as well put it to good use and see if I can come up with something that might interest some of you guys. So if you do like this, please drop a like, put a comment. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this kind of like just me talking through a few holes or through a round. It was pretty fun. It kind of allows me to be a little bit more free-flowing and relaxed instead of having to worry about keeping my entire video to less than 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'd love for you guys to share this with some of your friends. Let them know, hey, Birdogey made a long-form video if you want to watch it. That would go a long way, and hopefully this shows you I'm not a sandbagger. I'm just inconsistent. And remember to subscribe or 3-putt the rest of your life.